don't necessarily articulate to them the bounty that's on their head. Because Satan understands that if you take out the head, the rest of the body must follow. So therefore, amen. But it hurts my heart because you have men in the church who don't understand the weapons that are being formed against them, because we're too scared that if we communicate the realness of this war, we'll run them away. But we're doing them a disjustice as a result, because they don't understand. Why do I keep getting shot at? Why are there all these arrows? The young man said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But the arrows still are coming. They may not prosper, but they're coming. So the moment you accept Christ, you've now enlisted in God's army. So now you're enemy number one for the enemy. But if you don't know you're getting shot at, you come home and you're angry at your wife, or you're angry at your family, you're angry at your boss. And those are all vehicles that Satan may be using to attack you. But because you're fighting against flesh and blood and not in the spiritual realm, because you didn't know there was a spiritual fight going on. So I'm just here to encourage you this morning, fight the real fight. That's one of the terms we use in our accountability group. Are you fighting the real fight? Yeah, you got an argument with your wife, but are you fighting a real fight? Because one of the two of you have been used as Satan's puppet. So therefore, are you fighting the real fight? Don't get mad at your wife, get mad at the enemy who's trying to use your wife to attack you, or vice versa. So once again, we got to get to the bottom of the issue. We got to get to the bottom of the issue and call it for what it is. If you're in the wrong, say, hey, babe, I let Satan use me today. I'm sorry, sweetie. You know? Sometimes it takes a little bit of humility in order to keep it going. You know, I haven't been married forever, but for 9 years, I've had my fair share of opportunities to say, that was me. My bad, sweetie, that was me. But once again, that doesn't come by accident. You got to have other men pouring into you to teach you what that looks like. You know? Society would tell us that real men don't apologize. Real men don't say they sorry. Real men don't ask for permission. Your marriage is not going to last long if that's what you're living by. Because that's not how God set that thing up to work. So I'm just here this morning. I'm not a hoop or a holler. I just speak truth. And I pray that this truth is blessing your spirit today. But once again, for verse 14, King Nebuchadnezzar said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is it true that you do not serve the gods or worship the golden image that I have set up? And then verse 15, he has the audacity to say, now if you're ready. Basically saying, okay, that first time of obedience was a fluke. Okay, yeah, you had the crowds around you, you had motivation, that's great. But if you're ready now to get back to business and do what I know you need to do, I'm going to play your song, and I need you to act accordingly. He gave him a second chance to actually bow. First time wasn't enough. Satan could care less if you're obedient today. His question is, are you going to do it tomorrow? And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Consistency is what he's fearful of. When men of the church have the audacity to say, you know what? I'm committed for the long haul. I'm committed to seeking Christ, and I'm committed to having men of God around me for the long haul. Thank you.